Hey everyone, this is Susie, and welcome to a Vintage Design Studio today. I'm going to attempt to make a burlap bag from scratch. A lot of people have been altering the muslin bags and burlap bags, and I thought it might be fun to go ahead and use some of this burlap on a roll that I have that I bought last year from Michael's Craft Store, and some stray muslin that I have. I'm just going to play it along as I'm going, and I have no plan in place as to what to do next. This is just totally from scratch. So I have this stray piece of muslin fabric in my stash here, and I think the size of it is probably just about right. You can see that I went to use it once before, that I kind of like pulled the ridges here and it doesn't look very great, so I thought that maybe I can use this as a liner for this, because the burlap is kind of sheer. There's like lots of big holes in it, so I thought it would be a good idea to have a liner for this. So I'm just going to fold this. I mean, there's no wrong or right in doing this exactly perfect. So I'm just going to wing it, and just going to cut this just to pieces. Okay. And I do have my fabric tack here that I can use to not sew. So I'm going to try and do that. See how it comes out. I do like to sew though, but just kind of thinking, because it's got a lot of holes in it, I don't know how it's going to appear. So whenever you're doing something like this, you got to take the object that you're using and kind of like reverse it in a way. So if this is the outside, then you're going to fold it back this way. Okay. So what I think that I'm going to try, friends, is I'm going to do them both separately and then fit them in together. The inside of this bag, I really won't care that much what it looks like, because you really won't see it. So I'm just going to get some of this, and I don't know if I'm sure plenty of you use the fabric tack out there, but I love it, and I'm not a fan of it. And the reason is that it bubbles out so fast. I don't know if anyone has the same issues with theirs, unless it's just my bottle, but I have it with every bottle. So what I tried is not to squeeze it, just to let it drip to the end. So let's see what happens here. So I'm just squeezing it ever so slightly just to get some out there. And I'm only going to do on the ends, not too close to the end, maybe like 1/8 of an inch away. And then I'm just going to fold it here, try to get it as even as possible, which I didn't do. Okay, but that really doesn't matter. I just got glue on my nails, and I am so like, I don't know, not loving. I had my nails done a couple of weeks ago for an affair I was going to, and I kept it up again with the manicure because I really like it. But for crafting, I am so not used to having fingernails. My husband likes it. I like the way it looks, but it's not for me for crafting. So, okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Okay. This one has like a ridge at the end, so I'm going to just go along the edges here. And I am squeezing the bottle. Okay. I'm just going to fold it. And that should, I never used this on burlap before, it should stick. And once this is fully dry, we're going to have to turn it inside out, just like this one. And just grab like a little paintbrush when I'm making these little bags. I do the same thing like when I'm making pillows and everything. You just want to make sure you get all your corners out. See? So the glue took pretty well. And I do enjoy the Fabri-Tac if I don't feel like sewing. Okay. This should be pretty dry already, but I'm just giving it another few seconds. I don't want to oh, you see it's not fully dry yet, because if you go to pull it, it may separate. I don't want to do that. And what I'm going to do is, I'll wait till I turn it inside out. Let's see. Hope I'm in picture here. See, it's coming apart a little bit. It's not. I might have missed a corner too. This is definitely going to be a fun project to work with. I mean, you know, sometimes I don't do the tutorials because I get very meticulous in my craft and I hesitate and then I change my mind. And sometimes I just don't want to be boring to anybody. Okay, let's try and see. What I do like about the Fabri-Tac is it really grabs very quickly. So let's hope that this is going through here. I do see that part that I just fixed, trying to pull away, so I'm holding it with the other hand. Okay. These are really cute bags, the burlaps. They're really great for like Easter time. For those of you who like to really get, you know, crafty with that, the spring of, you know, spring weather and the Easter eggs and, you know, the naturals, the natural fibers. Okay, just love that. So now I'm going to try and put this bag in here. Okay, so that went in okay. But you see, even though it was basically almost the same size, I wanted a liner because it's kind of sheer with the holes. So that the burlap, the muslin bag turned out to be just a little bit smaller than the other bag inside, which is okay, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it that way. I just want to do a quickie little thingy here just to see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Why not? If I make a mistake, it'll be fine. Okay. So my next idea here is to get some of these strands out of here. I'm going to use a little scissor here. So we can either fold it this way or the other way, which I kind of liked a little bit. Let's try that. It's kind of cute looking. Okay. So I'm also having, once I made one of these once, I mean hundreds of times, and this time I didn't do it, but that's okay. I was looking for like a drawstring type of thing. That's fine. So would say to go ahead and do it just like this. So what I need to do here is just a little bit of sewing. And I'm just going to grab a needle here. It's already got a knot there. I just need to tack this down a little. So you see I'm not used to the nails. Okay. And I'm starting on the inside because I don't want to show my thread because I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. So I'm going in and out of the little holes here that are inside of the burlap. And I just want to do a little bit of a running stitch here. Nothing fancy. In fact, most of the stitch that I'm doing is larger stitch on the inside and the small one on the outside so that you really don't see it, which works out pretty good. I'm not using any pins or anything to hold my place. Many things that you guys know about me and don't know about me. I'm not the measuring type, and I'm not the planner for, you know, how it's going to turn out in the end, because many times, like I said, I change my mind. So I don't really, you know, plan it, and it's nice to plan it and lay it out and do the exact measurements. Everyone's different, so you do what's good for you. And I can use this bag for anything. I mean, I can hold glue sticks in there, pencils in there, makeup, put little Easter presents in there, whatever you want to use a little bag for. I mean, even if you're giving it to like a little kid or something, they can find plenty of things to use these bags for. And using the Fabri-Tac is even a fun project for kids too. I have to end this off right here. And being that I did most of this with a stitch, I could probably just glue the rest of this around. So, I just put a little bit of glue in there just to hold down the area that I wasn't able to sew. And you can see that there's the pieces of the burlap that's, you know, like fraying off. The next time I make this bag, I'll just learn to maybe just lightly burn the edges or fold the burlap down first and then put the muslin in. So I was kind of a little nervous recording the video, kind of. Not really much of the tutorialist. Okay, so now usually when you get to this point, the fun stuff happens. So I was thinking about, you know, the styles really do vary with things like this. So I was kind of wanting to go ahead and just, you know, wing it all. I do have a couple of pieces that I can add here and make for you to show you what I'm doing. was trying to make it all a fabric project. We can try. Okay, so aren't these great? I don't know if you see them in there. My husband got these for me yesterday at a flea market. So beautiful. I just love it with the little tray there. I washed it really good, and I'm keeping my glue sticks in there for now. Okay, so I just want to put this to the side, and we're going to do like a flower. Just looking to see if I have a small piece of felt handy for the bottom. See, here's a little muslin bag, so I was totally forgot about the drawstring, but next time we'll do that. And just looking around to see if I have a piece of felt. If we don't have it, we don't have one. Okay. So what I have over here are just a couple of pieces of some really pretty fabric that was singed on the edges. I'm just double checking my camera here. I really want to make sure I'm in picture. Sorry. Okay. And so these are already singed as silk fabric, and I'm thinking of doing some kind of like off-centered focal point on the outside of this bag. So what I would like to do is, I also have a piece of green leaf that I made. Hang on a sec. Sorry about that. And so the green leaf that I created would be the bottom of the flower. So I just want to put this flower together really, really quick. Yeah. I didn't do any of the singeing in front of you because it's kind of a lengthy process with the candle, and I don't bring my candle inside of my craft room just in case if something happens. So, and I don't want a problem like that, so I do all my singeing either in the kitchen or in the dining area. Okay, so I want to make some kind of like pretty rose or some kind of fluffy flower here. Just trying to get that all together. I'm just going to kind of squeeze that. And it's okay to get a little messy because I'm not really planning. Just want to grab this, it's stuck to each other. Sorry. Figures this would happen to me while I'm recording, so I'm just going to cut that off. As you can see, I'm not used to crafting with the nails. They probably won't last too long anyway. Okay, so yeah, like I'm just gonna, I want to bring this together. I didn't want to use glue, so I'm just gonna grab it like that. See what happens. If it's no good, it's no good. And as you can see, I'm not sewing in any fancy way at all. I'm just going around the petals to try and hold it in one place. Okay, that should be okay. just have my little pin cushion over here out of my way on the shelf there. Okay, so, yeah. This definitely could have come out better if I wasn't rushing. Just put a little bit of glue in there because I don't really care. I don't worry when I'm crafting, really. Just whatever it is, and eventually, you know, prettying it all up and everything, it winds up looking nice anyway. Okay, so now this one's a little long in there. That's the only one I don't like. I'll take care of that, it's no problem. Okay, and so I also did, with some green, I made some of these leaves here, just to give it a little bit more of a life look. So I'm just going to add these on. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So that looks kind of pretty a little bit. And I wanted to add on some lace. So not really sure what color I wanted to use, but I think I'm going to try maybe this piece of lace here. This is a really pretty like peach colored lace, so I'm going to go with that. So we'll do one at the top. And then I'll just cut a couple of more here. Okay, this is like a real lazy way, right? Okay. Just want to put this over here. Okay. So I'm just gonna and when I do these things with where there's a seam, I just like hiding the seam someplace. I just want to see how this will look having 3 on here, or just maybe making it look like it's. We'll check it out in a sec. Okay. So I changed my mind. I'm going to do the 3, but I'm going to do it a little from the bottom here. So, and just going to use my hot glue gun here. Try to speed things up a little. I'm just going to like gather a little piece of this maybe. Let's see. I just need to mess around a little bit here. No? Okay. Sometimes as I'm going along I get little ideas to change up. This is a really cute little gift in the end. You'll see it'll look really pretty if you're trying to get an idea. Because I know sometimes a lot of people give gifts, you know, over Passover time, over Easter time, and just really any time. I know a lot of times when I meet up with my mom or a friend that I haven't seen in a while, I always make a little something, just a little something. And those are really fun little somethings. Make somebody happy. Okay. I'm just going to get a piece of tulle here. And the piece I'm going to grab off my wall, sorry about that, is in a gold color, which I like using. And I'm just going to fan that out a little. And I'm going to add it on. Just going to grab my tweezers to hold it. Make sure it's not going through to the other side. Now, I also have this really great Hug Snug seam binding, and this is my favorite color. It's called Cameo Beige. So I'm going to use this because it's kind of close to that peachy color. In fact, I have a piece already cut off that I didn't use, and it's a really big piece. So we're gonna use some of this. Let's get a little creative here on my craft. Let's see. See, can't make up my mind, but let's do something here. Okay. I want to make a bow. And I'm simple bow making. I'm not even like really planning much of it here. As you can see, it's kind of like messy, and that's the idea. I actually, when I see burlap, I see messy anyway. I just need a piece of, I came across it the other day. I had a big roll of, boy, I'm telling you, my room is something else. But you know what I'm going to use? I'm just going to grab, you know, when I cut flowers off, a lot of times I save the wire. And I'm just going to tie it around like I do when I'm making corsages. Okay, I'm just going to cut that off. I want to put that in there, and then I'm going to do like the flower there. That'll be pretty. Why does the phone have to ring now when I'm recording? Be right back.